What's good, everybody? I'm Greg Hickman, and this is the Scalable Podcast. And in this episode, I really want to talk about three things that I've found need to be in alignment in order for you to really find success in growing your business in a sustainable, long-term way. Not playing this game for the playing the short game, but having a vision for the long term and being able to play that long game. These three things need to be in alignment. And it's usually the reason why I find agency owners and service providers kind of struggling to grow the minute they reach some sort of adversity. Let's dive in. For 3 years, my agency built funnels and automation systems for the biggest names in marketing today. Since then, I've transformed that agency into a hyper-profitable training and consulting business. While everyone is out there talking about scale like it's some sort of destination, we'll be asking the real question. How do you transform your business into a more scalable model using the knowledge, skills, and expertise that you already have? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share the strategies I'm using to build my multi-million-dollar business. My name is Greg Hickman, and welcome to Scalable. All right, my friends. So, like I said, there comes a time for a lot of agency owners and service providers, and it happened for myself, and I'll share that story of you start hitting friction in growth. Like you start feeling resistance, and usually it really comes down to having alignment in three areas. And if any one of these three areas is off, it's usually the cause of why you're having this friction and this resistance, or feel like you're hitting a wall and or struggling to grow into the next level. And so I want to kind of cover these with you because outside of any type of business owner, agencies, service providers, freelancers, it's the most common for a lot of different reasons. And so let me pull up my iPad here because I want to kind of draw this out for you. So if you're listening, envision, a circle like a pie, and it's divided into three equal parts, right? So you have a pie that's divided into three equal parts, and on one piece of the pie, you have the what, right? This is the what you do, right? This is the what you sell, what outcome you deliver, what result you get for your clients. Then in another piece of the puzzle, you have the who, right? Who you do this thing for. And the last is how you do it, right? The model in which you deliver the what for the who. All right. So we have a piece of a pie that has three equal parts: the what, the who, and the how, right? And so typically what I find is, when you hit that wall, or maybe you lose motivation to keep growing your business, one of these three typically goes out of alignment. So let's kind of talk for a minute. Like when we kind of made our first transition from agency into kind of our first group program, in our agency, we were working with a lot of people selling primarily courses and information products, which was fine, but we were a service provider. And so the first wave was, hey, like I can help other course creators design these sales funnels, which we can do, right? Like I knew how to do that because we had been doing it for other people. But I started to feel like something's not working, something felt off. And that's because I was actually running out of stories for an experience once we stopped working with those clients, out of experience on how to continue to help those people grow, because we weren't actually selling a course. We were selling like a done with you, call it a high ticket, coaching consulting program, right? To course creators. So I felt like I was running out of stories to tell and experiences to share because all of my experiences were with my previous clients. And so I started to feel friction. And that's when we made the transition to, well, I actually love service providers for a lot of different reasons because they're the ones that do a lot of the work. And I think, again, like we've heard in previous episodes, they have the biggest opportunity to thrive in the kind of application of knowledge economy that we're in now. And so that's when like the second cohort of our program I introduced it to more service oriented people. So we had some course creators and service people, and I was able to get results faster for the service people, right? And so in the beginning, if we look at, my what, my what was helping, our clients develop an automated sales system to sell more of their course, right? So the who was course creators originally. So originally, hey, I was able to get them because they liked the experience that I had on, with our previous clients. And in the early stages, we were able to get them the results. Like the how we were doing it was definitely helping them. But when I hit a wall of revenue and, we started adding more and more clients, I started to feel some friction in I don't know how to talk through other examples that are not just always talking about some other client versus my own stories. The how actually switched from green to almost to red, right? Well, I didn't know necessarily how to help them beyond where I got them because I wasn't building that sort of business, right? So that became out of alignment. And that also became out of alignment because we were serving course creators, right? And so my who kind of fell out of alignment. I wasn't super jazzed about people that were just selling courses, even though that, what I enjoyed previously was the automation behind that. Now I'm working with these people at a whole new capacity than before, and we're helping them grow in new ways. And that was a part of the misalignment. And so I see this in service providers a lot. Oftentimes it's the who, right? You are good at what you do, and you are good at even, that's a different green. You're good at how you deliver it, but then you hit this wall and you lose motivation. You're not super excited. And really it comes down to the fact that in some cases, or most cases, you're just not excited about who you're doing it for, right? And as time and time again, a reason why service providers and agencies struggle to grow is because they serve too many different avatars. And if you're man, I was helping chiropractors, got them results, but man, the second it gets hard for you, you're actually, I really don't care about chiropractors, right? For us, it was man, I'm not as excited about serving just course creators because I'm a service provider, and all of my experience is making this transition from a service provider into, the information and the high ticket consulting and coaching, et cetera. And there was just more stuff that I was passionate about sharing and helping other people like me do it. So I got de-energized or unmotivated about my who. And that was a part of the wall. And I wouldn't have broken through that until I just changed my who. Now, in some cases, you might have your who dialed in, right? You love who you work with, right? You love who you work with. You love what you do. The challenge is that you can only serve a couple clients at a time, right? So the amount of money you want to make running your own business, you can't even achieve because the way in which you do it for your clients, the way in which you solve the problem for your clients is not scalable, right? It's all done for you. Everything's custom. You're the bottleneck in all the situations. So it's your how needs to change. The how you get your clients the result needs to change, right? And oftentimes, and on the flip side, maybe you love who you work with. How you do it is even great, but you lose motivation because you don't enjoy what you're actually doing. This is where, you see the case of, man, I happen to be good at something, and it's worked in the past. How we get results for our clients, they love us for the results, but I don't personally, as the owner, enjoy doing what we're doing, right? Maybe as an agency owner, you do, funnels, Facebook ads, social media, and all this stuff. And you're man, I don't like doing the social media and I don't like doing the Facebook ads. We're really good at those things and our clients love how we do it and we serve them well. We love our clients, but we don't like what we're doing because we want to be doing only a portion of what we're doing, right? Maybe you don't like what you're doing at all. You just got in that industry in the first place because someone said that there was money there and you actually just got good at it, but you're not excited about who you serve. You're not excited about what you're doing and you're not excited about how you do it. If any one of these is red and, God forbid, multiple of them are red, you're gonna always feel the resistance and the struggle to grow. And you're likely going to not be able to, hit the goals that you want to achieve for yourself. The second you run into any sort of obstacle or struggle, it's going to be the reason why you kind of take a step back and go back into just doing the way things were, not making the tough decisions because one of these things is not in alignment with you. So you need all three to be in alignment. And here's the reality. Like if any one of these is red, if your who, your what, or your how is kind of in the red zone, right? You're actually doing a disservice to your clients, right? Because if you don't actually like working with them, yet you're working with them, like continuing on is like you're always going to have some sort of resentment towards them because you wish you were working with somebody else, right? If you need to fix the how you do it, right? Like you can only serve so many people. So you're doing a disservice to all the potential clients you could help if you just fix the how, right? So in each of these areas, like if you're feeling resistance or you feel like you hit a wall, I'd ask yourself, like, are those three in alignment? Do I love who I'm working with? Do I love what I'm doing? And do I love the way and how we're doing it so that we can have the biggest impact on those types of people and help more of those people? If any one of those things is misaligned, you're gonna feel friction. You're gonna probably be more likely to quit and or give up. So that's all I got for you today. Again, if you're enjoying these episodes, we would greatly appreciate a rating and review. You can find all those links below the video. And if you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever, please hop on over to iTunes and leave us a review. It helps get our show in front of more people just like you. And if you're not already in our free Facebook group, hop on over there. You can check out the Scalable Service Provider. Just do a search in Facebook for it and continue the conversation. We share these episodes in there as well. We can have a dialogue around what's happening, and or you can do that on our YouTube channel. Whichever your style of consumption suits you, we'd love to chat. So with that, you enjoy the rest of your day.